Hello and welcome back to another video, guys. In this video we're working on the Subaru XV, I think XV, yeah, something like that. It's a 2016 2-litre diesel. Now I'm just going to kind of describe what the symptoms are. So engine management light's on. In your case you may lose power, you may not. However, the engine management light may be intermittent on yours or permanent. Either way, I'll get to the bottom of it. We've got P0098, P0108, P0098 again and whatnot. It's a duplicate. What's come back is the intake air temperature sensor and manifold pressure sensor, okay? This is diesel, 2-litre diesel, and I'm going to show you where this sensor is, where the sensor would be for this specific fault code, but it's not always the case. It's not always going to be that sensor. So I'm going to guide you. So this is where, so if I unplug this sensor, there you are. So this is the manifold pressure sensor, guys, this one here. If you're going to ask for a part number, unfortunately I can't give it you. You're best ringing dealer and find it out that way. I'm not saying it's a DIY, but I'll be honest, if you've got a bit of handy hand, shall we say, you take these bolts off here, take this off, and you can get to it. Or if you're kind of more easy to get to, obviously you can get onto it using a size 10 bolt here socket, and you can open it this way, but it's going to be very hard. So you're best taking this off, if you ask me, and taking it off. So before you start changing sensor, guys, I would always recommend, I've always said, if I've forgotten in my videos, I can apologize, but check the power in this. Make sure you're getting power to it. If you are getting power to this, move on to the next one, the sensor. So, because it says short circuit, in your case, it may not say short circuit, it may just be packed in. I'd take it out, have a look at it, have a look at the sensor, because diesel are known for clogging up and they cause a lot of issue within the manifold and whatnot. Have a look, see if it needs a clean. If it does, clean it, put it back using an electrical sprayer. Not just any sort of clean it with water, no, just with an electrical sprayer. And fit it back, reset it if you have a diagnostic machine like this, and then see how it goes. If it's good, enjoy, move on. If not, we recommend replacing the sensor. And use an OEM genuine sensor, guys, not an aftermarket one, because if you use aftermarket, it may work for a few days and boom, you're back in the same spot. So that's my recommendation. If that doesn't help, the sensor doesn't, then guys, it's to do with the inside. It may be heavily clogged. But like I said, look into it before you buy any sensor, and that's the way around it. I'm using this King Bowling K8 Pro, and it's, for me, to be fair, really simple. Plug everything back, and it should be, in your case as well, if I'm not mistaken, there we go, clicks back in. So before it wasn't clearing, it was like literally permanent. Now we've put an OEM sensor back in, so forget that. I'll have to probably do one or two. Oh, I think the ignition is not on, damn it. So turn the ignition on. It's missing the key, lovely. Inside the car, there we go. So sometimes it doesn't clear on the first go, so we may have to do one or two. Turn on ignition, engine off, okay. Okay, so if you come back out of this, you got to remember, see, I've just gone into, it doesn't clear on the first one, but as you can see, engine control unit is clear. If I go back onto it and then read DTC, so no diagnostic codes stored. It's as simple as this, guys. That's why I recommend OEM. If not, then you saw what it will happen. It'll just constantly stay there.